everyone, welcome back to Studio 33 Art by Kay. Today I'm going to be working on a piece here that is 51 centimeters square, and I think that is equivalent to 20 inches by 20 inches. And I'm creating this piece for my partner. He wanted the vintage car yellow and maroon colours, and he doesn't like cells. And of course, one of the things I love is cells. So I'm not sure if I'm even going to be able to produce something that doesn't have cells. So what I've done is I've mixed up a base. I'm going to do a split base of white on one side, black on the other. Through the middle, I'm going to put my Naples yellow and a maroon colour that I've made up. I'll tell you a bit more about that in a moment. And I'm just going to basically do a hairdryer pour. So, add a little bit of gold as well. So I've mixed up my black out of the Eraldo di Paolo black, and I've mixed it with Australian Floetrol, a little bit of water to make it thinner. And I've also thrown in, I've got some of this Pouring Masters Gloss pouring medium, and I don't normally put things like that into my paints, but I did notice when I did an experiment recently that sort of helped to prevent a few cells. So I thought if I put a little bit of that in, it might bring back the cells a little bit, so I don't get as many. That's the theory. Let's see what happens. So I've basically put that and the Floetrol and a bit of water into all of these paints. So as I say, I'm going to do half and half white, half black. The yellow I'm using is the Mont Dimensions Naples yellow, which is an opaque. And then I created the maroon out of Global Cool Blue, Eraldo Cool Red, mostly red, a little bit of blue, and then a tiny bit of the Global Cool Yellow, just to bring that sort of slightly browny look into it. So I can't give you any measurements for that because I literally just put some in and just added a bit, started with the red, put a little bit of blue, got it to almost the right colour, then put in a bit of the yellow just to sort of turn it slightly more brownish. So that's as good as I can give you. And I'm going to be putting in my Mont pouring paint in gold, just a little bit of that because I love it so much, and it's probably going to create a few cells. So let's see what happens there. Okay, so I'm just going to lay down my paints. So I've just fast forward this bit for you because you don't need to see me doing that, but I will be making sure my edges are all covered, and I'm basically going to go with a line straight through the centre. Okay, I'll be back in a minute. Right, so I've nearly done. This is when it would be helpful to have a squeezy bottle full of the white. So I could have done a much better edge than this and had it all covered, but that's okay. I'm going to put the other paint over that anyway. So, I think that's down pretty well. Just hit it with the heat embossing tool just to burst any bubbles. We're going to lay down, first of all, the Naples yellow because it has an opaque base to it. So hopefully I'll be able to pour this okay out of this container. Again, squeezy bottles make it so much easier, but anyway, here we go. Because I'm only going to have the two colours, I'll make sure there's enough paint down, which I'm sure there is. And now I'm just going to put the maroon that I made over the top, which will be semi-transparent because of the colours that I've used to make that colour. Straight down the middle, well, not straight, but down the middle. Okay. And now just a little bit of gold to add a bit of interest in there. Don't want too much because it will create cells, so I'll put it to the outside edge so that when I blow out, Hopefully that'll just give that little bit of gold around the edges of the blowout, rather than if I'd put it down the middle where it would run over the top of the other colours, it would create cells. So I'm trying to avoid that pretty much. So just burst any bubbles. So hopefully I've got enough paint down there. So I'm just going to add a little bit more white just to help it to flow. And then I'll just add a bit more black on this side. Oh, I seem to get black all over me. Very, very clever. And it's just to help it to flow. Because when you're doing a hairdryer blowout, or a Dutch pour, as it's sometimes called, if you haven't got enough paint down on the base, it'll just stick and it won't flow. So that's why I've done that. Now I'll get the hairdryer out and I'll put it on slow to start with. Just see how it goes. So I'm going to blow this half and half. No, which way will I do it? I'll blow into the white and then I'll come back. Well, of course, the gold has created cells. I had a feeling I'd end up doing that. But just don't tell Steve. Hopefully he won't notice them too much. That Mont pouring paint gold always creates beautiful cells. So, but you've got to have a few. Okay, I've got those colours. The colours are right. They've got the maroon and the cream. It's more the composition that I'm not loving so much. What can I do? Sort of haven't got much with the maroon here. It's sort of got bogged down in the white. I'm loving this here where I've just got the plain maroon and a bit here, the plain maroon there and the plain Naples yellow there. Here it's where it's hit that extra white that I put in to make it flow out there. It's turning into sort of a pink. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually put a bit more on and blow it out again. So hopefully we'll get more of the maroony colour rather than it looking pink. You always run the risk of when you do this that you're going to really mess it up, but I have faith. Just put a bit of that along there. Should have done it the other way around, of course. And just a tiny, tiny bit of the gold on the very edge. This gold's gone exactly how I wanted it to be. So I've got the solid maroon, the solid yellow, and then the solid gold, which is great. So I think that'll be enough just to blow that out there again. So I'll just have it go. Still a bit pinky where it's going out into the white. So I might even pick up a little bit at the edge there. the Naples yellow in front of the maroon this time. Make sure I put down enough. Yeah, that's a bit better. So I've got more of a solid band there, which is what I wanted. I've got the solid here, solid here, the solid gold there, which I love. The solid here, I love, love, love. Just with a few cells, so that's nice where it's got the Naples yellow and the maroon, and then just a few little cells there. This guy, he's still blowing out there into the Never Never. But I'm gradually getting there, so I think I'm just going to do the same thing again. I'll put the Naples yellow underneath. Because what I'm trying to do is to stop getting that pink out of the white and try and make it more maroon and Naples yellow. So I'll put that over the top. Put enough that it's going to sort of take over the pink a bit. Put a little bit of gold there. Okay, one more try. I'll go this way and that way a bit more too, so it's not just a big long tube. Okay, it's getting there. Definitely got the solid bands here, which I'm after. The other bits I'm really happy with, just the way they are. Particularly here and here. That's not too bad. Do I want to put any more colour anywhere else? Wouldn't mind this here just being a solid band of the maroon, so I'm just going to put that in there. And then I'll just blow that out with a straw. And this angle here. Just get a thin skewer here and just run that through here. Okay, that's better. So I've got that bit of colour there, around that bit of edge there now. Is there anything else I should be doing? That's all fine. A little bit there, it's a bit blunt. Blow that out. Like this bit of gold here. So I've got the solid gold and then the Naples yellow and the maroon. Solid here, something in there. Paint. Not sure what that is. Still feel like I want more of this here. I'm not liking how that pink. These bits here, they've got that solid going all the way. This is pretty much all the way. Here it's solid all the way. There it's sort of pinky a bit. But this here, I still want more of that solid look. So, you know, you can just keep on playing until you get what you want, really. I often see artists going, you know, oh, I've laid my colours down and that certain colour disappeared, I can't see it. Oh well, but you can just add it in. And I know, as I say, that Molly often just adds bits in, and so does Olga. Until they get what they want. So I might just blow that out with the straw. Yeah, that's better now. So I've got that solid band of the Naples yellow and the maroon there. Great. Just need to blow it a little bit with the hairdryer just to give it that softer edge. And what you can also do is just get some of the colour on your finger like that. And literally just run that through as well. Or even on the end of the stick. I like the amount of negative space I've got on there, and a negative space here in the black and in the white. Need to just touch up that little bit there. I'll have to check my edges. Always check your edges, make sure that they've got enough paint on them. It's easier to touch it up now while it's still a bit wet. Bit of black missing from around the corner here. Inside. Would like to just run a bit of something through the middle there. But will I wreck everything else doing it? I'm really liking where I added that bit of maroon there. It's lovely. So I'm thinking I could do something here as well. So just get the stick and some through. And I'll just blow it gently with the straw. Don't want too much. Okay, well I think I should stop playing with that probably. Loving that, loving that. Like that bit, like that bit. That's all come good now. Just want to make sure I've got enough of the maroon in there. So let me know in the comments, guys, if you think I've overdone it by adding in the bits of colour after it's been blown out, or whether I should have left it. Because I know everyone has their own idea about that. Some people think once it's blown out, you should just leave it. And then there are those of them like me who like to just keep playing. Really love that to have a bit more gold over there actually. I'm just going to drizzle a little bit of gold around that actual edge. And then I'll just gently blow that out. A bit round here would be nice too. Right, where's my blower? Okay, well, I think I ought to stop. Right, well, I'll bring you down for a close-up. So here we are coming down for a close-up. Since I was here before, I've been in and done a little bit of modification. I can't help myself. I just think a normal Dutch pour now looks so, or hairdryer pour, whichever one you want to call it, looks so boring without the little bit of embellishments and, well, it's not embellishment, it's modification. And I literally just use a bamboo skewer and just do some little lines. I love to run a skewer through cells and it just creates these lovely little patterns, as you can see here, and also around the edges just to get these little twirly bits. And it just adds, I don't know, just another dimension to the piece other than just a straight blowout with the hairdryer. So that's the piece. It'll be interesting to see how it dries. I think it should dry very well actually. I've certainly got my maroon colour, I've got the Naples yellow, and not too many cells, probably too many for Stevie, but not to worry. I'm sure it will look really nice on the wall in his music room anyway. Okay, so hopefully you enjoyed that one today, guys. And I will see you back here in Studio 33 in the not too distant future. Until then, stay safe. Bye-bye.